By default, every time you launch Word 2000, it will show you a different tip of the day. These are friendly tips and tricks that make you proficient in using the application. You can use the tip or read more about it or simply ignore it. These tips are provided by an inbuilt, friendly digital guide who appears normally in the form of an office clip called the Office Assistant. You can hide the Office Assistant, turn it off, limit its movement, and even turn off the accompanying sound effects. To hide the Office Assistant, you need to right-click on the Office Assistant and select Hide, or click on the Help menu and select Hide the Office Assistant. To make the Office Assistant reappear, you need to click on the Microsoft Word Help icon on the toolbar, or click on the Help menu and then select Show the Office Assistant. While the default form of the Office Assistant is an office clip, it can assume different forms depending on your preference. To customize the Office Assistant, you need to access Options by right-clicking the Office Assistant and selecting Options from the shortcut menu, or single-clicking it and choosing Options from the What Would You Like to Do help box. The Office Assistant dialog box is then displayed. If you click on the Gallery tabbed page, it gives you a selection of available Office Assistant characters to choose from. You can keep clicking on the next button with single clicks to see samples of the various Office Assistant forms. Select the one you like and click on OK. To customize the way it offers help, you click on the Options tabbed page. Let us assume that you want your Office Assistant to display keyboard shortcut tips. From the Show Tips About section of the dialog box, you need to select the Keyboard Shortcuts checkbox and click OK. By and large, all Windows-based applications present the same look and feel. The entire suite of MS Office programs have the same layout, toolbars, and menu bars, with variations only in the commands that are specific to the application. The increasing standardization across Windows-based programs have made them easier to use with the same command functionality. For instance, a single-click selects an object. Double-clicking or right-clicking helps you manipulate the selection. Drag and drop technique allows you to move or copy items. A right-click normally invokes context-specific shortcut menus. The Word 2000 screen layout is similar to any other Windows-based program and consists of a title bar, a menu bar, toolbars, workspace, scroll bars, a status bar. As you can see, the toolbars are normally placed at the top under the title bar. You can unfix their position so that they can be displayed anywhere in the screen and are hence called floating toolbars. While the toolbars show icons, the menu bar shows menu options. To select a menu, you can click on the menu name, or hold down the Alt key and press the underlined letter of the menu name. When you select a menu, a drop-down sub-menu appears with options related to the selected menu. Whatever you do in Word happens at the position of the insertion point, the blinking vertical line on the workspace. MS Word allows you to move around the document in many ways. You can use the mouse by clicking at the new location in the visible area, or by using the scroll bars along the sides. Clicking once on the top or bottom arrow keys at the ends of the scroll bar allow you to move the view up or down one line at a time. Clicking and dragging the scroll bar elevator or scroll box allows you faster scrolling. As you drag the elevator, a small text box with the corresponding page number appears. You can release the mouse button when the desired page number is indicated. Your document view is positioned at the new location. You can also use the keyboard navigation keys to move to different parts of the document. The left and right keys help you to move one character at a time. The up and down keys help you move one line at a time. If you continuously use the up and down arrow keys, you would have a similar navigation effect as with the scroll bars. Pressing the page up and page down keys allows you to move through the document one screen at a time. You can also use the navigation tool provided within MS Word, Go To. To invoke the Go To command, you can double-click the status bar or select Edit, Go To from the menu bar, or press Ctrl+G from the keyboard. The Find and Replace dialog box shows tabs that offer various navigation and finding techniques. Here, you need to click on the Go To tab and bring it forward. It is usually in the front unless some other tab was used previously. Select the page option in the Go To What portion. Type in the page number you wish to go to. Click on the Go To button. The document view in the background gets relocated to the first line of the defined page number. To hide the dialog box, you click on Close. At the very top under the title bar is the menu bar with a number of menu options on it. In totality, it provides all the individual tasks that can be performed for word processing activities. Each of these menu options has a drop-down list of sub-options. To view the options under a particular menu, we need to click on the menu and then access the option from the drop-down list. You could also invoke the menu by pressing Alt and the underlined letter in the menu name. Notice how some sub-options appear grayed out. This means that the option is currently not available. For example, in the Edit menu, the Cut, Copy commands will appear grayed out unless you have selected the text before invoking this menu. Some options have right-facing arrows indicating that they have another deeper level of options. You can access the second level of options by merely pointing the mouse over the sub-option. Some other menu options have 3 dots after them, indicating that selecting them would lead to a dialog box asking for more information from the user. Word 2000 menus are dynamic menus. That is, what they display will depend on what you are currently doing with the document. Under the menu bar are the toolbars. These display icons, small pictures, which provide a shortcut method of performing a word action that is available from the menu bar. For example, to print an entire file, you can simply click on the printer icon on the top toolbar. The lengthy way to invoke the print command would be to click on the File menu, then click on the Print option, and then click on OK from the Print dialog box. By default, Word 2000 has only two toolbars displayed. The top one is the Standard toolbar, and the lower one is the Formatting toolbar. There are many other toolbars which normally remain hidden. These toolbars are related to drawing, web tasks, word art, database, and frames, among others. You can view and display any of the other toolbars by clicking on View, pointing to Toolbars, selecting the toolbar name that you want to be displayed. The tick mark against the toolbar name indicates that it is currently displayed. Selecting the ticked toolbar name again will toggle it off and the toolbar gets hidden. You can also view and display toolbars by right-clicking any of the visible toolbars to get the toolbars drop-down menu. As mentioned earlier, toolbars can be customized to become floating toolbars. This allows you to move them around anywhere in the screen by dragging and dropping them to the new location. To detach a toolbar from its normal location into a floating toolbar, you need to point to an empty part of the toolbar that is to be detached. Double-click the mouse button. The toolbar gets detached and floats in the screen area. Now you can move the floating toolbar by clicking on the title bar of the toolbar, and without releasing the mouse button, dragging it to whichever area on the screen you want. Then releasing the mouse button. To refix the toolbar, you need to point to its title bar and double-click the mouse button. The horizontal strip along the bottom of the Word screen is the status bar. It displays the current information about a command or toolbar button, or an operation in progress, or the location of the insertion point. It also indicates that the current dictionary being used is English, US, that is American English. The other indicators on the status bar appear grayed out, indicating that they are not invoked in the current mode of operations. You already know how double-clicking the status bar invokes the GoTo command. This command appears in the Find and Replace dialog box, within which GoTo is a tab. The other tabs are Find and Replace. The Help feature in Word is very powerful, as it lets you learn to use all the Word features from local help files or the web, review Word 2000 commands equivalent to WordPerfect commands, access online context-sensitive help for functions related to Word or even Windows. For any context-sensitive help, press the F1 key. The What's This feature is particularly useful to get help on a particular item. To invoke What's This, you need to press Shift plus F1 or select Help What's This. The mouse cursor changes to a pointer with a question mark. Now you can click on any item or object to see the relevant help topic. You can also customize the help features that are available online. The screen tip yellow text box you see when you point to an icon on the toolbar normally displays only the name of the function. You can make Word's help feature Add the keyboard shortcut for the function to in the screen tip as well. To enable keyboard shortcuts, you need to right-click on any toolbar or click on the Tools menu. Select the Customize option. Click on the Options tab to bring it forward. Mark the checkbox Show Screen Tips on Toolbars. Mark the checkbox Show Shortcut Keys in Screen Tips. Click on Close. Most of the commonly accessed commands in Word also have keyboard shortcuts that may be easier to use while typing than switching to handling the mouse. Some of them are provided as tips and screen tips. There are many others available from the 12 function keys on the keyboard. It would be very ambitious to try and learn them all at once. Some of them may even be too advanced for you to use right now. As you keep using Word and picking them up one by one, you will realize that you will be using most of them quite automatically. Here is a table that lists most of them that you can use as a ready reference whenever you wish. You can enter text in the workspace area by typing the appropriate letters from the keyboard. As in the case of conventional writing, text gets entered left to right. As you keep typing, the insertion point moves rightwards and whatever you type appears to the left of the insertion point. When it reaches the end of the line, it automatically jumps to the beginning of the next lower line in such a way that no word is truncated or incomplete in the previous line. In this way, the body of a paragraph keeps getting built up. MS Word offers two modes of typing: insert mode, overtype. By default, MS Word functions in the insert mode, which means whatever character is typed is being inserted or added to the document at the insertion point position. Let us see this with an example of the word create. You wish to make the word into creative, for which you need to insert the letters IV between T and E. All you have to do is move the insertion point between T and E and type in IV in uppercase. Now let us assume you wish to change the word from creative to creating, for which you need to overwrite the last two letters and replace them with NG. This time you need to switch Word to function in the overtype mode, so that whatever you type will overwrite the existing text. The overtype mode is invoked by pressing the insert key on the keyboard. This works like a toggle key. You press it once to invoke the overtype mode, and then you press it again to invoke the insert mode. The OVR indicator on the status bar becomes bright. Now you need to move the insertion point between I and V. Type in NG in the uppercase. You will see the letters getting replaced as you type them. Remember to toggle the insert key again to put Word back into the normal insert mode. This is a safer mode to work in, as the overtype mode can accidentally overtype text, especially when you are editing in the middle of a paragraph. Word 2000 has a new and very powerful editing feature called Click and Type. This feature allows you to double-click on any blank area of the document and start typing text at that point. To be able to use Click and Type, you need to enable the Click and Type feature. Work in Print Layout View. Select View, Print Layout View. Ensure that an empty area of the page is visible for you to double-click. To enable the Click and Type feature, you need to click on Tools from the menu bar. Select the Options submenu. Click on the Edit tab to bring it forward. Mark a check on the Enable Click and Type checkbox. Click on OK. To disable the feature, you need to unmark the checkbox. Editing or formatting actions can be performed on any object of the Word document. But you need to select the object you wish to apply the formatting or editing on. Word provides numerous selection techniques that can be invoked from the keyboard or by using the mouse. To select a character, you need to click before the character and drag the selection over the character, or position the insertion point before the character and then press Shift plus the right arrow key from the keyboard. To select a word, you need to double-click on the word, or position the insertion point before the word and then press the Shift key plus the Control key plus the right arrow key from the keyboard. For larger selections such as lines, paragraphs, and whole documents, Word has a hidden area called the selection bar from which you can make selections with simple mouse clicks. The selection bar is located to the left of the left margin. When you move the mouse cursor over it, the cursor shape changes from the I-beam to the northeast direction pointing arrow. To select a line, you need to move the mouse cursor to the selection bar and then click once, or press Home to move to the beginning of the line and then press the Shift key plus the End key. To select a paragraph, you need to move the mouse cursor to the selection bar and double-click. To select the whole document, you need to move the mouse cursor to the selection bar and triple-click, or select the Edit menu, select All option, or press Ctrl plus A from the keyboard, or hold the Ctrl key down and click once in the selection bar. While the general rule of the thumb is to first select the object and then apply a formatting option, Word 2000 allows you to apply formatting even on a part of the object. Word's internal code understands the limits of an object, like a word or paragraph, and is able to extend a formatting feature within those limits. For example, if you wanted to make the word creating into an italicized style, you can position the insertion point anywhere within the word and click on the italics icon on the toolbar. Or if you wanted to make a paragraph right aligned, you could click anywhere within the paragraph and then click on the Align Right button on the toolbar. While editing text, you may have to delete portions of it. Deleting is a useful but dangerous tool, and hence must be used with caution. To delete a character, you need to place the insertion point before the character and press the Delete key, or after the character and press the Backspace key. To delete a word, you need to double-click on the word and press the Delete key, or place the insertion point before the word and press the Ctrl plus Delete key, or place the insertion point after the word and press Ctrl plus Backspace. To delete a line or lines, you need to select the lines from the selection bar by clicking the mouse button to the left of the left margin and dragging the mouse down along the margin to extend the selection to as many lines as you want, and then clicking the Delete key on the keyboard. To delete a sentence, you need to place the insertion point in the sentence. Hold down the Ctrl key. Click the mouse once to extend the selection over the entire sentence. Press the Delete key from the keyboard. To select a paragraph, you need to double-click the selection bar to the left of the paragraph. Press the Delete key. To delete a block of text, you need to select the body of text by clicking and dragging the mouse over it. Press the Delete key. To delete the whole document, you need to press Ctrl plus A from the keyboard, or Hold the Control key down and click once in the selection bar. Press the Delete key. Any editing and formatting action performed can be reversed if you do not like it. Redone if on second thoughts you did like it. Or repeated to be applied to other text or objects. Reversing an action is possible through the Undo feature available from the Undo button on the standard toolbar. The Edit menu. The Ctrl+Z combination on the keyboard. If after undoing you feel that the action was alright after all, you can choose the Redo action to reinstate the action performed. Like Undo, Redo is available from the Redo button on the standard toolbar. The Edit menu. The Alt+Shift+Backspace key combination on the keyboard. Word also allows you to repeat the action last performed to other text and objects. Repeat is available from the Edit menu, the Ctrl+Y key combination, or F4 from the keyboard. If you wish to undo or repeat a specific number of commands, actions, or typing changes, you need to click on the down-facing arrow to the right of the Undo, Redo buttons. Pull the mouse pointer down the list to extend the selection over the tasks you wish to undo or redo. Click the mouse button once or press Enter from the keyboard. To cancel an undo or redo selection on the list, you can press Escape from the keyboard or just click the mouse cursor anywhere within the document. Word 2000 allows you to view your document in 6 different ways. There are 4 basic views that define the document layout: Normal, Web Layout, Print Layout, Outline. Here are samples of each of the layout views. This is the normal view, which can be used for general typing, editing, and formatting documents. It has the workspace stretching from the left to the right margins. The web layout view is used when viewing documents as they would appear if published on the web as web pages. The print layout view provides an editing view that displays your document as it will appear in print, with the headers, footers, margins, and body inclusive of pictures and other objects. This view uses more system memory, so scrolling may be slower, especially if your document contains many pictures or complex formatting. The last view, called the outline view, shows the document's structure in terms of levels of hierarchy of topics and subtopics. This view merely shows the staggered structure with special symbols that do not get printed. These 4 view options are also available as buttons at the left end of the horizontal scroll bar. The full screen view displays the document over the entire screen and allows you to type, scroll, edit, and format the document. To enable full screen view, you need to select View, Full Screen. None of the menus or toolbars are visible except the full screen floating toolbar. You can access the menu bar by pointing to the top of the screen or by using the Alt key plus the underlined letter of the menu name. To disable full screen, click on the Close Full Screen option on the floating toolbar. The Zoom option allows you to change the magnification of view. That is, it lets you enlarge or reduce the view of the page on the screen. If you select View, Zoom, it will open up the Zoom dialog box from where you can choose the magnification of view. You make your selection and click on OK. A Zoom control button is also available at the end of the standard toolbar. You can quickly change the magnification to standard settings by clicking on the down arrow button. Here you can either select the predefined percentage of magnification from the list or enter any value you like. When you are working in Print Layout view, you can also choose to fit the view by page width, text width, whole page, or even 2 pages at a time.